My God, everybody. What an episode of, I guess, The Mandalorian, but it's the Book of Boba Fett. But so many Easter eggs that we got to go into. If you guys saw the episode, thank you very much for joining. I went to bed early because I wanted to do a review show right away after the episode came out. If anyone wants to come in and live chat with me, more than welcome to. We're going to be talking about I guess episode 5 of Book of Boba Fett, but there was no Boba Fett in this episode. It was basically Mandalorian the entire episode. So many things happen. We're gonna get into it, everybody. Let's stick around here for a bit.
Look, someone's already here. Oh dear, is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea. It takes a lot less than that to incite the green wrath, you know. Why, the first time we came to the 12's Wood, we almost ended up as a stranger dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place.
No,
it was all Papolino's fault, of course. Though, he'd sooner swallow his staff than... You know him, Kuplo Cop?
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
How are the readings?
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well, and newly manifested at that. Kuplo Cop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive. The slightest disruption to the etheric flow, and this sort of thing happens.
It seems we have little choice.
Alright, looks like we're all set to go. Whew.
Hear, feel, think.
Whoop. What's around me? What's going on? Hey, what's up there? Whoa! Oh no! Shower! What's going on around me? Am I dying? Am I dead? What's up with that? No, forget. Alright. Let's get out of here. Let's go out into the world. Let's go fishing. Let's do some fishing. Mender. Sorry, but 1 second. How much about the episode have you discussed? Oh, we're just getting into it now. It wasn't even a Boba Fett episode. It was a Mandalorian episode what we just watched. Okay. Let's go fishing. Talk about Boba Fett. Nice, free coffee. Okay, we're going to Hostel the Float. Going there. Let's see what we got here, but I couldn't help thinking for myself, damn, this takes up 1 of 7 episodes. That's right, yeah. The Boba Fett series for me, like, we'll get into more, but that could be Boba Fett stuff. Hey man, been subscribed since, I think, WandaVision watch part. What's going on? How do you feel about the episode 1? Personally loved it. What, the episode that just went past? So episode 5 was today. We just watched a Mandalorian episode. So, we have so many things that we're going to get into, everybody. This is going to be a fishing episode, so I can just like sit back and talk with you guys. But just a little heads up, we are going to be talking spoilers. If you guys have not seen the episode, I'm going to try and break down as much as I can. And it's going to be out there, everybody. Mandalorian friggin' takes out the Darksaber in this. This entire episode, Boba Fett doesn't even show up his face. This is an entire... First of all, I need to talk about the episode itself and just the direction that Robert Rodriguez is taking the Boba Fett series. The last two episodes, I think, have been a lot of disappointment lately with a couple of reviews. A lot of people really hated the scooters like a couple episodes ago. That's like one of the worst things they've ever done so far, I think, in Star Wars. It's those stupid little scooter things. And people were really expecting that with 7 episodes that they wanted an impact for Boba Fett, and so far this series is not doing it. I think for a lot of people that are Boba Fett fans that want to see more Boba Fett being a badass, right? We've seen a lot of Boba Fett in the Bacta tank for his memories, right? And that already that means. Well, like half of the episodes are just flashbacks. Yeah, and most of the time he's still recovering, right? And this just means that you took Boba Fett out of an entire episode of his own series. I think that's a big flaw that's in this series so far. So to me, this was a Mandalorian episode. I'm happy. Absolutely happy I got to see this episode. But this was more for Mandalorian than it was for Boba Fett, right? So, first 2 episodes of Boba Fett were focused on like his history of getting out of like where he is today. And then episodes 3 and 4 took a little bit of a nosedive a little bit in the series. I think they've gotten too much comedic with Boba Fett, and they haven't taken him seriously, and there's a little bit too much mumbo jumbo. You know, there's like stuff feels rushed almost. You know, you had the Jabba twins that were involved, and all of a sudden they're not involved. You had the Wookiee bounty hunter. Now we don't even know where he is. Half the episodes we're seeing flashbacks. This episode that we just watched, we don't even see Boba Fett. He's not even in this episode. And now there's only 2 episodes left of Boba Fett. So I feel like the writing and the directing so far of Boba Fett has been scrambled. You know, it's been a little bit dysfunctional, in my opinion. I've heard rumors about a potential season 2. If that's true, hopefully we get more badass Boba next season. I think this season's setting up. It all depends, obviously, with Disney if they get ratings for it, right? Like Disney will try and take as much money as possible. I really hope they don't rush the Pikes too much because they only have 2 more episodes to tie in it. That's what I'm talking about. I feel there's been too much mumbo jumbo what's going on with this Boba Fett series. Episode 5, we don't even have Boba Fett in the episode, and there's 2 episodes left of Boba Fett. So I think so far, to me, a lot of Boba Fett Star Wars fans are probably pissed off. I think because they wanted to see a badass Boba Fett in a series. And I think the last 3 episodes have taken that away from Boba Fett. So to me, I think Robert Rodriguez, has scrambled up too much in the series. We're probably going to get answers for some of these questions. Why they maybe we're going to get future Jabba twins and future episodes of something like Mandalorian. Who knows what, right? So there could be more directions that they're going with it, but so far I think that it's been more of a disappointing series. But this episode that I just watched, I'm already excited to see Mandalorian again. I was happy I got to see this episode because obviously seeing Mandalorian back, and now he's holding the Darksaber, and so many Easter eggs that we got to get into, everybody, if you guys want to stick around. Especially if Crimson Dawn is a large threat that's going to be hard to rush together. I don't know, like, there's 2 episodes left. Sorry about that, I just hit the mic. There's 2 episodes left. So this series so far, I think, has just been too rushed or anything like that. I don't know what they're setting up for the last 2 episodes, but we're going to break down this episode if you guys want to stick around. And what else do I have else to say before we get into mostly the episode? This episode, we had a lot of questions that were answered. We got to see a lot of cameos. Okay, first of all, who else was excited to see BD? For friggin', they had Jedi Fallen Order friggin' Easter eggs in this. There were so many friggin' cameo Easter eggs. We had the friggin' mechanic that was a Mandalorian that returned. She's just awesome. She was just hilarious in this episode, everybody. I absolutely love this character. I was excited about all the Mandalorian lore they went into. Yeah, it was. I know I didn't expect all of that. 2 biggest shocks from the episode, in my opinion, was that they brought up Grogu and him going to see Grogu so soon that his new ship is an old... oh, crap. I don't have my phone open. Yeah, it was an old ship, right? We'll get into the whole episode, everybody. I'll break it down. Was that Cal's BD? That's what I was freaking out about. I don't know if that was Cal's BD. If maybe Cal's kicking around somewhere, but I was so happy to see BD, man. Next week we're doing Star Wars Fallen Order. That's what we're doing next week for a countdown show. So make sure, if you guys are new, push the subscribe button, push the thumbs up, push the bell notification, and join the live discussions whenever we go live so we can talk about stuff like this. We're going to get into the full episode today. But what other cameos? There was BD. I got so excited for that. The mechanic that was back. That was exciting. We got to see the armor. Finally, we got some questions answered. Where the armor, if they survived or that, and she did. And it looks like there's only 3 members of the Death Watch left. The armorer and then the big guy that was involved with saving Din Djarin and Din Djarin himself. Those are the last 3 of the Death Watch. So that question was answered as well, and we got to see. So Mandalorian now is carrying the Darksaber, and they decide the armor that they're going to take that spear away. Instead, he's going to be used for armor, and that's basically what the armor said is what Beskar is for. It's made for protection armor, not for a weapon. So, but speaking of wait, that doesn't make any sense because doesn't she make whistlebirds? And isn't that a weapon? So that was a little confusion in my opinion. It sounds like Jon Favreau doesn't voice heavy Mandalorian anymore. To his voice sounds more deep and auto-tune. Oh, okay. I don't know what the voiceover, the cameos in this episode was, but I will have to say that with only 2 episodes left, this series does not feel organized to me, because now you got the mayor that's involved with the Pikes, right? Is that the big war that's going to happen, and it's going to be just 2 episodes long? So I think does that mean the episode 3 and 4 and 5 are more filler episodes? which is kind of a disappointing thing. So, all right, but back to the episode. What other cameos? Where did you guys? What else? Was there any other big names that showed up there? There was a ship, obviously. What was the name of the ship that I can't? Was it the Speed Racer or something like that? I don't know what it was. The thing from the New Republic. It's a ship from the New Republic. It's one of the things that Anakin and Obi-Wan were racing back in the day, right? And the reason why it's not like the Razor Crest is because it's small. It's really fast. Freaking, you can go to hyperspace with that thing, no problem. That thing's wicked. And then it's off the grid, so there's no. We'll get into that later on too. I'll break down the entire episode for you guys. This season feels like a setup for Mando season 3, to be honest. Boba feels like a side character. That's what I'm talking about. It's to me this series has been a disappointment for Boba Fett and Boba Fett fans. It's making him look weak. He's supposed to be a badass. He's half the time getting his memories back in the Bacta tank for at least 2 to 3 episodes. Was it 4? No, it was 4 episodes long. He was in the Bacta tank, right? Third episode, he friggin' gets his ass kicked by the Wookiee bounty hunter, and then he's got to go right back in the Bacta tank. So I don't know. This to me has not made Boba Fett look like a badass. They haven't done too much on that. A Naboo starfighter. That's what I think it's called. A Naboo starfighter. That's what it's called. It's one of those things from when Anakin and Obi-Wan were it was in the Clone Wars. It was that ship that they were in. I think it was that one. For me, the most Boba Fett scene was Book of Boba Fett was him mowing down the dudes on the speeders for revenge. Oh no, the most badass Boba Fett thing is he friggin' takes whistlebirds and blows a guy up. And then after, he goes, Fennec, alive. He just didn't want that guy alive. He just blew that guy up, though. All right. So let's get into the start of the episode, where Mandalorian is going on a bounty hunt. I think with those bulldogs on the same planet as Tatooine, right? So he's got hired by somebody to go through a butcher shop, or I think it's funny, a bulldog butcher shop. Goes through the butcher shop to the back, says that he's looking for somebody, and then Bulldog at the back, that he's talking to Mandalorian, says, we don't know who your guy is. I've never seen him, or if I see him, I'll tell him you were here. And then Mandalorian pulls one of his pucks out and says, I'm talking to him right here. And then and the Bulldog's like, all right, well, can we just talk our discussions out? And then Mandalorian goes with this classic line, I could bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. That's the very beginning line. That brings back the very first episode of Mandalorian, ladies and gentlemen. And then he friggin' goes to town and I didn't expect this right away, but he friggin' pulls out the Darksaber and starts slicing people in half. I'm like, oh shit! And that's a much different Mandalorian for the first episode. This guy's slicing people in half. Oh man! Now, in the process, while he pulled out the Darksaber, you could tell he doesn't know how to use it. because while he was using the Darksaber, he slices his leg open. So it's a pretty bad wound. It's not like blood gushing everywhere. It's just a pretty bad knife cut. It's like slicing a piece of like the front of his skin off of him. And so yeah, he was limping out of the butcher shop and telling all the employees, "Hey, go feast yourselves on your former bosses." So he notices that he can't go very far, right? And in the area, he follows the direction of where the armor apparently has been locating where their secret creed is. So the armor is alive, and so Mandalorian with his helmet tracks down these little symbols that are on the wall, goes through the door, and finds the armor just on a ship or something like that. I don't know. Now, I think it was on a ship. That I have a fear of heights, everybody. When Mandalorian is crawling down a big a metal stairway, looking down at the friggin' galaxy below him, you take one misstep like he did, and you're gone. You're floating. You're gone. You're gonna be a future comet. So that's a little bit scary for me when he had a little bit of a slip there. But he goes to the armor, and the other guy that had a tussle with Mandalorian in the first episode. He's also there too. I don't know the guy's name, but he's in blue armor, I think. He's the big guy, right? He was the one that helped with the big gun Mandalorian in the first two episodes. And so Armor tells the big guy, tend to that guy's wounds. And Armor asks Mandalorian, how'd you get a wound so severe? And then Mandalorian shows the Armor the Darksaber. So she knows the history of the Darksaber. She knows the history of Bo-Katan. How the history with her fell within her family, and she was supposed to be the ruler, and then she lost it, right? I like Mando's ruthlessness, and the start of the episode. Oh crap! I just missed that. I'm grateful and disappointed about this episode. By far one of the best episodes. I find it sad they didn't have Boba. See, that's what we're talking about right now there, Star Wars nerd. 69. Is that this entire series of Boba Fett has been a disappointment. And you can tell because this entire episode, this is a Mandalorian episode. I love this episode, but it wasn't a Boba Fett episode. So... it's great, but this is obviously they're just trying to hype up Mandalorian. So, what else? Big boy is called Paz Vizsla. Okay, Paz Vizsla related to Pre Vizsla. Okay, that's right. So we're gonna get into that because while he's attending to his wounds, Armor discusses the history, how the Darksaber has to be won in battle or in a duel against the person, right? And so that guy, Paz Vizsla, he later on challenges Mandalorian to that, right? But first, before we get into that, Armor decides to teach Mandalorian a little bit about the Darksaber in battle, and you could tell, and this is very interesting. What they did with the Darksaber is maybe why Moff Gideon had trouble fighting Mandalorian in the first place, because it's heavy. It's a friggin' everybody just now has figured out that the Darksaber is heavy as hell. So, Mandalorian struggles while trying to spar with Armor with the Darksaber. He has a hard time holding it. So that's something interesting that I think a lot of people should have picked up on. And that gives something the Darksaber. It's friggin' heavy to hold. But he's also mentioning that he's not using it the right way. How it's letting the Darksaber control him in fighting and everything like that. And then later on, that's when Paz Vizsla decides that Mandalorian is not fit to hold that weapon. And then he challenges Mandalorian to a duel, and then he says that I should be. He gives his background that I am the descendant of the owner of the Darksaber, and that's why I should hold the rights. So they get into a duel, and it was pretty good. But ending was good. As you can tell, Mandalorian struggles with that Darksaber right now because it's friggin' heavy. So Paz Vizsla gets a little bit upper hand, and he actually holds the Darksaber when Mandalorian loses it, just like on the ground. Paz Vizsla tries to use it, and then Mandalorian is much quicker with a smaller dagger, and friggin' cuts him down at the back of the leg and just about to just take him to the neck. And then Armor says, "No, that's enough. You guys got to break it up. That's enough for the duel." And then also, while in that position, she mentions the Creed way, where have you removed your helmet? Paz Vizsla says, "No, this is the way." And then Armor asks Mandalorian, "Have you removed your helmet?" And he pauses. And there's the big moment, everybody. He pauses in front of the Armor, and then after a couple of times asking, he says, "I have." And then she says, "Then you are no longer a Mandalorian." So that was that dead silence. Mandalorian walks out on Armor, and that's the end of that scene. So I feel like there's going to be maybe another encounter in between Armor and Paz Vizsla and Din Djarin and Boba Fett. So, and obviously Bo-Katan, all that going to mix up. Very interesting. I heard rumors he purposely challenged Mando, knowing he would best him to create a divide between Mando and Bo-Katan since she wants to rule. Oh, it was a little bit of setup. Interesting. Is Mandalorian going to see Baby Yoda in the next episode? Well, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Mandalorian has to take a quick visit to see Grogu. I totally forgot about that. That was a big scene that I missed. Thank you very much for reminding me. While the Armor takes the spear away from Mando because she wants to forge it into armor, and she asks who it should be for, and Din Djarin says, "I want it for Grogu." And it's going to be interesting. I wonder what it's going to be. A little Beskar armor for baby Grogu? That's interesting. I don't know what he has made for Grogu. Maybe it's a little helmet? a little Mandalorian, a little Mando helmet for Grogu. I don't know. Everybody right now, put in the chat what your thoughts on what the armor that Grogu is going to get from Mando. Is it going to be body armor? Is it going to be a little helmet? I think in the shape of it, I think it might be a Grogu helmet. That's what I think it might be. Nathan says, "Oh, it's Nathan, right? What's going on?" I think I already read that one. All right. 1QK says he challenged him, meaning Moff Gideon. Yeah. Okay. So it definitely looks like a helmet, a little Grogu helmet. I just wonder because Pedro Pedro Pascal, the actor, there was rumors about him complaining about the helmet being on his head all the time, that he wanted to show his face more. Is this their way of covering up Grogu's face so he gets more face time? Is he that jealous of a baby Grogu that he wants more face time over Grogu over him? I don't know if Pedro Pascal, if that's what the conclusion came down to, that he wanted more face time instead of Grogu. Grogu used the little ball part to levitate from the starships. With Luke Skywalker, with Baby Yoda in the next episode. If we see a cameo by Luke Skywalker, that's going to be... Here, well, hold on. Before we get back into the episode, remember, everybody, this is supposed to be a Boba Fett series, and there's 2 episodes left. If they focus once again on another episode that's not focused towards Boba Fett, then a lot of people, I think, are going to be really pissed off with this series. They need to end these 2 episodes with a bang. So maybe just a quick little cameo by Grogu, and then he's got to go to war for the next 2 episodes. But I don't want to see another full episode like this one, the one that we just saw. I love this episode that we just saw. I don't want to see another episode like this again, though, or else it's going to take away the Boba Fett series. It's not the Book of Boba Fett. It's the Book of Cameos. Pedro Pascal, the fans think Grogu is cuter than me. Cover his face immediately. It shouldn't matter about Boba. This episode was a bang. I loved it. Everybody loved this episode. I thought it was great. But this was a Mandalorian episode. It wasn't a Boba Fett episode, right? The last 2 episodes, they need those 2 episodes to end with a bang. In order to maybe have this season have another season 2. It's not, to me, I don't think I want to see another season. If it's just going to be another season full of cameos, then there's no need to do that. You could just throw them in Mandalorian. It's fine. I think they'll save the Grogu cameo for the end of the last episode, leading into Mando Season 3. Interesting. Baby Grogu is obsessed with the silver ball. Oh, that's right. maybe it's a little silver ball. I don't know what Mando had made for Baby Grogu, but if everybody's thinking of what the clothing was shaped of as Grogu's face, it looks like it's a helmet. Anyways, let's get back into the episode. We were talking about Armor and Mando leave their separate ways. Okay, so then the Mandalorian then talks to the mechanic, who is for some reason getting attacked by some rat or something like that. I don't know. There's always weird animals on Star Wars. But then we get another cameo, everybody. BD. I don't know if it's BD7. I don't know if it's cows, but that's BD from Jedi Fallen Order. That's awesome to see that. I freaked out when I saw that one. That was so cool seeing that. So then we get that another cameo. And then Mando says, you said that you called me in because you had something to show me instead of the Razor Crest. If you guys remember, the Razor Crest was his former ship that got blown up by Moff Gideon. Then they friggin' Starship Cruisers, one shot. He needed something small that was fast and off the grid so the Republic wouldn't always track him down. So the mechanic, the little girl mechanic, got him a Naboo Republican ship, I think it's called. one of the ships that Anakin and Obi-Wan were flying when they were in the Clone Wars episode 2 and 3, I think. I can't remember which one. I think it was episode 3. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Voice crack. So, first Mando decides, what? I don't want this piece of junk. And then the mechanic starts basically swindling his way into all the things that he's wanted. So, so then he decides, you're right. This is exactly all the things I've been looking for that I need. Something that's small, really fast, off the grid, and they just need to tune it up a little bit. And so they start working on this ship together, and Mando takes it out for a test drive after it's all done. And it's a different style. It's it's not like a wheel ship. It's basically one of the pull string ships. So you got like 2 cables, one on each side, and you pull it on either side to see which way the direction needs to go more. Really cool, and it go super fast. And then they decide to take out a little test drive in the galaxy as well. And then he gets stopped by the New Republic because he doesn't have something installed, or apparently you're not allowed to fly that close to a commercial ship. Is apparently what he got pulled over for by the New Republic. Then we got another cameo from the New Republic. I'm guessing they're setting up New Republic fighters. So that guy that was in the Mandalorian, I can't remember that guy's name, but he was the New Republic. He's the old guy that was in the what was in. I can't. He's the older Republic guy. He was in a cameo of a comedy series, a reality series that recently just canceled. There's something called Convincing Kim or something like that. I can't remember the series called, but that's the next cameo that we see in this one. Then basically Mandalorian jets off with super fast speed, and the New Republic fighters decide that they don't want to chase him. So the test works out, and he heads back, and how's it? The episode ends with Fennec Shan showing up to give credits to Mandalorian that they need muscle for Boba Fett, and Mandalorian says, "Tell him it's on the house," and basically that's how it ends. Everybody. But first Mandalorian said to Fennec Shan, "I need to make a little pay a visit to a little friend." So obviously we're gonna probably get to see Grogu with a cameo in the next episode, and that's how it ends. Everybody, really fun episode of I guess the Mandalorian, but it was Boba Fett episode 5. Really fun episode. It just hypes me up for Mandalorian more, but I'm really disappointed so far with the direction of this Boba Fett series. And I think a lot of people would probably agree with me that the series has been a disappointment. It hasn't made Boba Fett into a badass, right? So, all right. Let's see what the chat is saying. I think they'll say, I already read. Baby Grogu is obsessed with the silver ball. Oh yeah, we already checked that one out. All right, let's get back to the goblet here. So yeah, that's the whole episode, everybody. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Let's sit back a little bit. If you guys want to chat in the chat there, I'm gonna put some. Let's see here. Let's put some. What's it called here? Cutscenes. That's what they're called. I was going to say split screens, but that's not the right one. Alright. Who are Grogu's parents? Oh, it's baby. Oh, I have no idea, but as far as we know, it's Mando. Din Djarin is his father. I don't know who his parents are. I don't know how the races are created when it comes to their race. I don't know if they have to make babies or something like that. Maybe they got it together. I don't know. Anyways, this is my place. Alright, let's watch some cutscenes together, shall we? Yep. Okay. Let's go to Dragon Song. Alright, let's sit back and enjoy it, everybody.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
Privacy.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
What was it?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited. Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number questioned our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
We must bring an end to the war.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
Yes. What would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Trine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Trine? You would speak with Vidofnir then?
Doctor.
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard.
They're sending an invitation out to the dragon ambassador, basically.
But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
You can count on me. I'm in my fishing gear.
Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
All right. Time to go fishing. I gotta make some money. All right. Well, if anybody wants to stick around and talk about the episode, you're more than welcome to. Any Easter eggs that you guys spotted in the episode, you're more than welcome to leave it in the comment section. And thank you everybody for tuning in if you guys are new as well. Let's do a little fishing. Alright, let's first go over here. This island right here. Okay, first we're gonna get a little bit of, for some spoons here. Spoon worms, there we go. Put a little fish in here. Whoop! Get up here. Nice. Full mood sardine. Right. I do a bunch of fishing here. Easter egg. The little schematic robot was BD1 or just that was BD, but I'm not sure if that was if that was Cal's BD or not, or if that was just a random one. We're not sure, but that was a really cool Easter egg. That was one of my favorites. We mentioned that, but that was definitely one of my favorites. I can't remember. What else? Probably. There's probably a bunch of Easter eggs I've missed. But there's probably even stuff that I don't even know about. Like I have never read Star Wars like the series is probably not even canon to the series, right? So. Alright, count me a fish. There's gonna be fish in here the whole time. Catching some sardines. They sell good on the market for $5 grand. So I'm just gonna scoop me up a bunch of these. Excuse me. Throat's a little bit dry after all the talking I was doing for about 40 minutes straight. Explaining the episode. Oh, what's this? There's something bigger. Let me go here. Want to catch me a whopper. Oh. Very nice. Whoop. Very nice. Good little fishing. Ooh. Nice. Whoop. Huzzah! A tuna. Alright, some big ass tuna. Whoa. Angelfish. I don't need that. Here, let's. There's a couple of other big fish. There's a couple of fish in here I've never caught yet. Here, let's try something different. There's two things in here I haven't caught yet. Alright, let's try a different bait. Let's go something bigger. Let's go. This is, what is that for? Is this freshwater? Ocean fishing, eh? That's freshwater. Submerged? No. Freshwater. No. Let's try this. Let's try this spinner. There's something else in there. No, that one's not gonna work. Freshwater. Live shrimp. I don't have much live shrimp. Would that be suitable? Okay. Something else is in there. There's two things in this water I've yet to find. Whoop. Let's go. Grill. Let's see. Nothing. Damn it. Huh. Something else. There's two other fish in here I've yet to catch. What could they be? Yeah, let's take a look at the fishing log here. Soul, that's where I am. There's two fish somewhere in here. weather restrictions, yes. Okay, so I have to use that to catch whatever's in there. And that must be something. That's gotta be like a monster or something. Okay, so I gotta use weather restrictions for that one. I wonder what that could be. The beautiful sky is. It's like its own little Star Wars sky. That the fish I need. Well, I'm not catching anything. Alright, let's try a different location. I need a deck here. Alright, let's catch a couple marlin. A goby ball. Harbor herring? Alright. Let's try... There we go. See that. It's gonna be a tough catch. I mean, I make some good money if I catch a couple of these guys. Oh. Damn it. Not the one I wanted. Whoop. Well, damn it. There. No, that doesn't help. There we go. Boom. Nice. Oh crap. Just a shrimp. Big ass shark there. Whoop. Nice. Harbor herring. Let's mooch that. Nice. Alright, there's the big one. Whoo! Caught it. Get it on here. What do I get? Nice, we got it. We got the marlin. Well done. All right, that's 2,500 that we just made on the 25,000. Sorry, $25,000. That's worth. Push that again. Oh. Oh shit. Crap. Hopefully that didn't melt like that. There we go. Whoop. Get up here. What do you got? Nice, harbor herring. Let's mooch that. Uh-oh. Oh no! Ah, oh, fuck, I was on the wrong thing. Shit. Oops. I lost my bait. Oopsie. Let's try again. Rachel, what's going on, buddy? Yo, there is no Boba Fett. Yo, this Boba Fett series has been like pretty disappointing so far. Today it was a full Mandalorian episode. They didn't show Boba Fett at all in this episode. It was just Mandalorian the entire episode. So far for me, I'm giving the series basically a 4 out of 10. The last 2 episodes, they need to pick it up. Nice. Here comes the big one. Just doing a little fishing right now. Ooh. Oh, that's right. It's midnight. Happy birthday! I totally forgot it's your birthday today because I'm in Pacific. I totally forgot it's midnight. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy 30th. Oh, you know what that means? I gotta do the birthday song. All right. One second here. I gotta play you my birthday version of a birthday song. Here. There you go. This is for Rayshawn.
Wearing our hats. Come on, let's all sing happy birthday.
What day is today? It's Ray Sean's birthday. What a day for a birthday. Let's all have some cake.
And you smell like one, too. Wearing our hats? Come on.
Happy birthday, buddy. That's my favorite version of a birthday song. Hey, man, enjoy it. Enjoy it. What are you going to be doing for your 30th? Let's try this again. What do you got plans for your birthday? Nothing. Just a piece of shrimp. I got no, not with shrimp. I have a really good feeling that this is going to get like at least 1,000 views tonight. And this is oh, what's that? A new recruit has arrived. A new recruit has arrived. Oh. Going to be with my sis, and then later on the night stream with the Hornet. Used to stop by. I can't talk with those guys anymore. I just can't. I wish I could, but it's just there's just too much. I don't know. Too much distance. I don't know. I tried reaching out to them when I felt like I wanted to try and solve issues, and it just didn't work. So. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's all right, man. Hopefully you guys enjoy your time there. I just no. I tried working things out, and just went our separate ways. That's all. Alright. Okay, I gotta go back to here. I gotta go check out where that new recruit is. Here, let's see here. We got Bard here. Yeah. I don't want to make you do something you are not comfortable with. You always a bro to me. Always, man. Always. That's why I tried reaching out to them. It was just after the season of last year's season of the Sideline Study, where just decided I wanted to go in a different direction, and if I wanted to go in the same direction as them, I wanted to work out issues that I had with them. And it just the conversations decided to get into little fights instead. So that's just sometimes how it goes. I gotta check out what that new recruit is. 10. Alright. Who's this new recruit? Evening, sir. Who's this? Good news, Commander. We received new enlistment papers. I've left them on your desk for you when you have a free moment. If you prefer, however, I can arrange for you to meet any potential new recruits face to face. Huh. Who's this? How's this Tully Wagner? Oh, it's awesome. Who's this? Who's this person? A level 1. What does he do? Good members. 12, 72, 12, 12. What does this guy do? I was inspired by your countless deeds by heroism. I have no idea. I don't know how should I bring him on board or what? What is he? Mental ability. Oh, so he must be. No. I'll postpone. I'll postpone for now. I'll come back to you later on. Okay. Something 9,000. All right. Yeah, check out my house here. Here's my apartment. Let's go back. I got myself a Marlin, so let's drop it off and see if we can make some money on the market. Right now I'm having a white chocolate mocha from Starbucks. I'm only laying down now. I've been drinking all night. Oh shit, that's right. You probably stayed up for midnight for your birthday. Hopefully, thanks for dropping by, man. You can watch Boba Fett if you want to pass out to. That's something new, but it's not Boba Fett. All right, well, hopefully you have a great birthday, but I'll be back on later on today if you're on. But yeah, I'll make sure if you're around or not, I'll make sure I'll celebrate for birthday. I appreciate you, bro. All right, much love, buddy. As always, you like brother to me. Go lay down, buddy. Let's go. This is my apartment here. I'm an older bro. Oh, thank you very much. Although I'm gonna start getting some facial hair dye. I've got like 4 different. That's the one thing I get pissed off with my facial hair ever since I was a kid. I've got 4 different colors. I've got brown, I've got red, I've got a little bit of white, I've got a little bit of blonde in there. It's like 4, and then I've had it black a little bit from sometimes. It's got like 4 or 5 different. I just want one basic facial hair color. All right, let's sit down for one. That's it. All right. Well, that's right. We're going to sell this fish on the market, eh? Quickly. Let's take something off here. Yep. Check the mark here. This thing will turn to inventory. Five 27,000. $4.99. There we go. All right, enjoy, everybody.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph. As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, The great worm craved the misery of war, nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryle, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir. And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
We, Miss Kryle and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryle.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best you explain your plan to her in person.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryle, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the Isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryle, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul, their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin. shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there. Who else could be? Thancred! It could be Thancred! We must hurry!
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not! So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them? Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Thancred!
Thancred! Are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Agreed. Let me get out of there. Alright. Something still on the market? Or? Cutscene here.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our party? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I am not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met Vath before I was reunited with you.
Talking squirrel. Basically, she sent him away without his clothes.
Fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke. A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
Me? You talking about me?
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more?
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
Yeah, I saw the same thing.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
What do you guys think? I don't know. Alright.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emmerich was not a hero, but a scheming patricide.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn.
Honorable men who would fain wash the bathing stones of foundation with the tyrant's
blood. No,
honorable men
son of a bitch.
Whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Damn.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Nice. He's
Lord
right.
Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you.
It's good to see you alive.
Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Oh my god.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
Uh-oh. Alright.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond.
Oh, it's a priest.
They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Jesus. This priest is pissed because their former priest was a primal.
Ridiculous. I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Don't worry, we'll take them back.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets.
Just smart strategy.
I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Sure. You can count on us.
Of course.
You're right. Yes, sir.
We are in your debt.
Alright, let's go.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
Let's go save the hostages. Alright.
Where is he? Where is he?
Oh, hey, put her down. Hey, get over here.
Closer.
Don't touch her. Hey, get over here. Don't you dare.
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Don't you dare.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Oh no, don't you dare. No. No. Oh, you evil son of a... Oh my god. You son of a bitch. No. Holy shit. Oh my god. No, somebody! You stole a saber! Ah! Somebody! Oh my god! No! Nice! The dragon! Yay! Dragon!
But I...
Dragon to the rescue!
The doctor!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment.
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Pretty ugly looking dragon with a teeth, man. Oh, it's a dragon. It's supposed to be scary. Yay! Dragon saved the child. Good job, dragon.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. but full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee.
Me?
I bear a message from my sire.
What does it say?
From Greystoke.
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
This was saying we need to go to war with Nidhogg.
Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for lasting peace with the Javanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own.
Huh.
I see much of Horsefon in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Oh.
Lord Edmund.
She's worried about losing more friends and family members. Poor guy. He already lost his son.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours, long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count? You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Haurchefant would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a brother to Haurchefant. Will you be a brother to me as well? Come, Manalaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.